Hello, welcome. And finally, I I am not late. Because normally I'd be like 5 minutes late or something, but not anymore. So everyone, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. Good evening, good afternoon or morning. Um, here is some interesting news. So I am definitely, as of this live stream, have started to slowly transition from a regular OBS to literally Streamlabs. This whole time I was never using Streamlabs because I didn't because of one reason only. I there was a point in time that I did not know Streamlabs can now be supported with alert stuff on YouTube.
This scenery is wonderful.
And I just learned that.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become
I always
a
thought
wanderer.
that Streamlabs was more oriented to Twitch, but apparently I was wrong. And that was my fault. Completely my fault. So there's that. And for everything else, I have to transition to it. Because I need to learn. Lightful needs to understand what to do. So that's another thing. So there's that for you. Otherwise,
Wherever in this world I roam,
I
carry memories of my
now
home.
question.
This blade.
Because I had to test this
It is the
many
last
times.
link I have to the land of my birth.
Can you all hear me very well? Because I am currently upgraded a different microphone, which should not make any difference whatsoever. I had a microphone that was literally like there was never a noise canceling feature, which that's not ever been the case for me as such when I did like what's the word, recording covers. That never been a problem. I had a Blue Yeti mic, not mics, and now I have this one. It's a condenser mic. I used to have a condenser mic, but it broke apart on me. It like the screws went loose a long time ago, and stuff just happened. And things happen.
That hurts.
So let me know. So there is one thing I will let those that are aware. I can't understand. There's an interesting error in my mic. It's not like, and it's not from my previous one. It's not from anything else at all. It might be because of bumping, or maybe there's some sort of bump that does something to the microphone that where you can hear like, Lightful, I hear something in the background, and it's very light. Like, I can't believe I'm saying my own name ironically with light. No, it's just, it's very minor. Like, it's very minor. And I have no idea how to fix that. I even had like friends check it out, and they'd be like, oh, it's definitely not the mic, it's something else. And I'm gonna be still at the bottom of that. Because unfortunately, I don't know what it is.
As one with wind and cloud.
And I did my ultimate for no reason. I'm sorry, Caswell. Well, I understand you love Windblade so much. Oh well. Oh well then. Okay. Oh well.
Weather all around brightens the heart.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you at least. Thank you. But that is the story of the why is the sound of a little if it's really minor, beg like be happy that like, oh my gosh, you just did a dive toss. Well, okay. Be thankful. Could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. Other than that, yeah. I've upgraded a lot of things that I really wanted to upgrade it, and it took so much time to upgrade it. And thank you, Goki.
There are leaves around.
I am
and
grateful
I know
of your
just the
support.
tune to accompany them.
I had to leave
if you wish to hear it.
Oh. Okay. Any support stream is any support stream. It doesn't matter who you go to, just go. Okay. Everyone has a time where we just have to say hello to people's streams. It's okay. Anyways, we're doing like the commissions. I really need to do the commissions first. Otherwise, if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna be in trouble. No, I won't. No, I'm not gonna be in trouble. I need primos. Don't we all need primos? I don't know. For those who play this game, yes, you would definitely want primos. But for those who haven't or not tried this game other than watching, well, you have not been sucked into the void. Don't do it. But if you have, just keep playing free to play. It's easier. It's a little bit harder. But is it well worth it? Probably. I think I'm going. I'm supposed to take those airlifts, but oh well, I'm not. I guess I'm going to. I'm going to.
Time to go.
Yes. I'm just going to get all of the slimes here.
Fallen leaves, adorn my nights, wind strider.
Okay, that was not so bad. Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay.
Follow the wind.
And then dive, swoop. Okay, that was. Oh, I tried to make my cosplay as strong as I can. Okay, well, that was it for that one. That was it for it. That was it. Okay, so here is my plan for those who are watching and for those who are here right now. This could apply to the friends that are in the chat right now, and you know who I'm referring to, because you would know. For those who know me at a fun kind of level, I don't know if that's a way to put it. Okay, listen up, listen. So here's the deal here. I really want to start bringing more of my friends here and these stream collabs as much as I can for more game nights. And you know who and for those who know me very well, you know who I'm referring to. Crescent, Goki. You're one of them. You're definitely one of them on that list. I swear, we could literally do the horror collab. I don't want to let's not do it too extreme, please. I suck, guys. I suck at horror. We're not doing complete horror. I can do Phasmophobia. That's fine. Or the other game. What is the other game that will bring the most chaos? Goki, I think you know the answer. You're the one who bought me it out of the blue. What was the name of it? What was it? The $10? What was it? I don't remember the name out of the top of my head. You know what I'm talking about? What was it? What was it?
Time to go.
What was the name? I don't know if it starts with an E. I can't. My mind can't process. Okay. Oh my gosh, the freaking hurly troll. You always interrupt when I have to talk to this person.
Wind strider.
I swear. I'm sorry. Okay. Please tell me that. Oh my gosh. No, not the back rooms. Minecraft. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. It's Lethal Company. It's Lethal Company. It's Lethal Company. That's what it was. That's what it was. It took me that long to process that. Lethal Company. The game that we will... I don't know. Here's the plan. I want to do that next week. And for those who are in my server, YouTube server, we're going to do something about that. I'm going to make a plan here, and it's only for those convenient. Leave a comment. It's not that. Well, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It kind of jump scares you a little bit. I mean, same thing with Phasmophobia, but again, I'm not great with I'm not great with horror. I mean, Lethal Company is a horror, but it's like a silly horror. So that's why I can understand why you're saying it's not that scary. How to join your server? Oh, okay, Kiru. Since you are a regular, I will give you the redemption of joining. So here's the most interesting. Okay, for those who are new, for those who have who have been, what's the word? Watching my stream, who are in my server or something like that. There is something you should know. I cannot run a server by myself and just put a complete public server out there. That's the thing. I don't like to do that, and there's a reason why. If I have the server completely public, I don't know what kind of random people or bots will enter in my server. So I call my YouTube server a hybrid. A public but private hybrid server. That's how it works. Why? It helps for me to keep connections of those who are voice actresses, actors, those who are friends of mine and likes to do collabs, things that we can do together. And I bet whenever we do them, we will literally, what's the word?
Time to go.
Do so many shenanigans, like a lot. And for those who just like to stick around, because channel is not really known to be like there's not like a lottery, there's not like anything rewards or anything. It's just like the regular YouTube. The whole point is that I am very careful of monitoring the server as it's not the most monitored server either. Why is that? And I'll tell you why. So, okay, so for those who realized and noticed, yes, I have reached 1,000 subscribers. So what does this mean for the YouTube channel now? So, again, I am going to plan some more things on the channel. There's a lot of new things happening that I'm able to do later on in the future, right? But I am not going to exploit that. I also will mention that there are going to be more times I do want to do more VR chat videos. I noticed that those who have followed have seen some fun edits from either YouTube shorts, me being VTuber, but there's always fun stuff to throw around. However, I have not done any VR content much because of how productive I have been. That being said, that there's a lot of stuff that would happen, but there's a lot more that can happen through the content of the gaming, and as well as what else could I say? Let's see. Singing covers. There is more of Honkai Star Rail that I really would love to live stream, and there's just gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be needing fixed. As for those who do not know, in past live streams, Honkai Star Rail was the most tedious game I had issues streaming sometimes. Why is that? For some reason, audio drivers will cut in and out. It's not because of the gameplay, but it might be because of the gameplay of the stream. Which is kind of silly because Genshin Impact runs fine on my live stream every single time. So I don't understand it myself. And and my computer specs are quite fine to the most limited games I can go, as those who know,
Time to go.
For those who basically understand. So, yes. Okay, thank you, Smith. You have a good and pleasant night. Luckily, you won't have those for long. Yes, that is the secret that we should not exploit. No, but I do want to do some fun stuff with friends I did in the past. Those who have watched my live streams, who have seen my content time and time again, or go back to see it. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the friends who join in the videos. Again, all of you are so talented. I have to tell you that again. I might think like, well, I'm nothing special. Like, no, that's not true. That's not true. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you think of yourself, because in the end, you bring delight to others, and you bring me a lot of delight as well. Even though there are times that I wish I can hang out with everybody. I wish I could. There's only as much as I can do, unfortunately. And that's the only problem. But I'm really thankful for all of you guys who enjoyed the content, my content, any shenanigan of my friends, that their personality is just like, why am I opening this? Their personality is like, you guys are fun. You guys are cool. You guys are lightful and delightful. That's really what I have to say. I mean that a lot. Like, I really do. I have to say it because I mean, to getting to 1,000 was the goal of this channel at first. And yeah, it really was. But the whole point is just the enjoyment. That you guys enjoy the content, that you guys like to see more content of this live stream, to even who knows what skits that can happen. It means a lot, guys. It means a lot to those who have been part of some videos as well. It really means a lot. I thank you all for being and knowing that we just do random stuff. We just really do random stuff. It's true. We just do random shenanigans and stuff. It's just so dumb, but it's fun. I'm a fun reactor person, so it's also nice that you guys like my reactions on some things. Like it's not the best kind, but I try. I mean, I'm only a VTuber, nothing special. Just the Lightful wing. Just the Lightful VTuber. I'm just being modest here. But no, it means a lot to all of you. I really just want to say that on the live stream. I might have already said this in a community post, but I will say that again, even after everything else. It really means a lot. So going forward, I hope
Thank you for completing today's
keep doing the passion that I love. More games on the way. Okay, for those who are curious, I still haven't finished still haven't finished the cover of parody song Save My Life. That's literally like this literally a parody song from this song Save My Life. Lyric writing stopped me from, like, I don't know what else to add. I have to go back to the lore stuff and make sure whatever lyric I put there sounds right. And I don't know. I really don't know after that. There is more reactions with Star Rail. I really need Robin in my life right now. Robin is been a character that I would literally add her to my channel or YouTube channel because she's a delight. She has wings. She has the vibe. She has the vibe. I love her character. Yes, and I'm definitely pulling for her. I'm definitely pulling for her. There's no other way I could say it. I have to pull for Robin. Now, for those who wonder, did you pull for Alishino? No, I did not. And for those who reacted to my video on Alishino, she's cool. She seems amazing. But will I pull for her? No, I don't think I would. But I understand she looks cool. I understand that. So, anyways, after we are done with commissions, okay, we're going to do, well, there's that. I could do that. Apparently it's a story quest? What? Okay.
Wherever.
Okay, this is an interesting. I might have to do a poll again. We're gonna start a poll. Okay, so for those who are here right now, I know it's going to be a small poll too. It's literally up to all of you who want. So, do you want to do Edo quest or random story quest? So, if you say yes, it would be yes for Edo quests. Or random story quests will be no. This will be You're right. I am, that is true. You're right. I think I should do no. I'm procrastinating stories. Dang it. Kuro, you caught me. Dang it. Dang it. She caught me. He or she caught me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to assume anything. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll do Navia. I guess we'll do Navia quest because I'm procrastinating. Okay. We'll do Navia quest. Okay. Let's do Navia's quest.
World.
Because they were right. I was supposed to do Navia's quest. Okay, they were right. Dang, I forgot. Okay. Well, as long... Okay, can anyone hear audio-wise? Is audio in Genshin audio-wise fine? Is it at the right level, or should I turn it up? Because as we always know, Story Quest has dialogue. Audio's good. Okay. Don't want it to be overpowering either.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
Well, I was, but chat told me I forgot. Chat reminded me I was supposed to do your quest, so yeah.
How about you, Navia? Are you so busy rebuilding this home?
We've wrapped up most
I'm
of the
sorry.
rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Should you really be the ones offering compensation? I like how this is a question.
Well,
Oh, goodness.
though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Whoa! Spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
Okay.
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right.
She is
So
so...
what kind of shorthand did you
She
use?
is so humble. I love her.
Want to take a look?
I keep forgetting how
Let
humble she
Paimon
really
see.
is.
Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch
Navia
of
sweet
weird
as candy.
symbols.
It's sweet
This
as...
looks like
as-
a piece of kelp
as apple
wrapped around
crisp.
a stick. And
I
this
love
other
apple crisp.
one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one, is a reminder to try
I'm
the
not
new
your
burger
mom.
that just hit the market.
Go away.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately,
somebody was
I've
looking for
definitely
them.
proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Okay, well,
All right,
at
follow
least
me.
we have.
I'll take you there.
At least we're taking the nice boats. Well, okay, well, okay.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was
Oh!
the name that my mother went by.
You know what? That's quite interesting. Didn't I even realize that? Huh.
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You
Okay.
are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what my father was like. Even I
Makes a
often
good
struggled to
point.
figure out what was going on in his head.
The rest of the spin that didn't see a point having a 4th line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh.
Ah.
Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Now I'm kind of curious. I'm
It'll be
kind
a
of
while
curious
before
where
we
this
get to
is gonna
Poisson.
go.
Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Oh
That's
no!
all I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived?
I mean,
Silver once said that a
It
name
could.
is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense
it's really
feelings and
sad,
memories,
though. She really
as well
doesn't
as how
have her
one may
parents
reflect on their
left.
past by watching the sea.
Like,
I've lost many
They're-
beloved people
they're
and
all
memories to the
gone.
sea.
I keep forgetting how
Even
tragic
though
her story
I cannot
is.
stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward. Of course, I still haven't really gotten used to a life without them. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Very strong devoted character. I know for a fact. This is why we love Navia.
We've reached the shore.
She deserves
Let's
the
go.
world.
I'll show you the new Poisson.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right? Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Yeah, that's true. I like how. Okay, so the most interesting thing out of all the characters, if I remember, is it's specifically Navia, because Navia has described more grief in how to cope with grief to the most strongest level so far. So I can completely understand. Nobody said that Genshin Impact was all a happy story. I have to remember where this. Oh, it's over here. Right? Right? Or is it down below? Oh my. Oh yeah, it's down below. I forgot. It's down there. Oh, dang it.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job. but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
Oh.
So, basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson.
Oh.
But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him.
Yeah, that's a
Now
terrible
that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis
Hello.
and everything they did.
Daichi. Welcome.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
But you did so many things. You
Maybe
should
we can
be
have
part
this
of a
conversation
statue.
again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire
Yes,
country?
this was a very
I agree wholeheartedly.
postponed
I also
story
believe that
quest
Boss
that
should have a
I was
place on the
supposed to
statue.
do. There are two. There
If
is
you
another
keep
story
inflating
quest
my ego like this,
that I still
I
have
might
to
just
do, which
float
was
off into
Liz
the sky with my
Fiore.
parasol.
I already did all it, you know.
Just kidding.
Gosh, my voice cracked.
There's no
Sorry.
way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
We
there's
can ask the
she's still
sculptor to
part
start
of her
looking for a good
parents,
block
like,
once we've decided on the poses
they're
for
still
Miss
part of the
Clementine and Mr.
family.
Callis.
Kind of cool.
But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
What am I going to choose a design? Because I don't think I should do it. You pull. No,
Modeling
I'm
a few
skipping
poses, of
Alishino. I'm
course.
sorry.
Here.
As
just
much
pretend
as
to be
she's
Callis,
amazing and
I'll
cool,
be Clementine.
I did mention in my reaction video that I literally was gonna skip her.
Didn't you say on the boat that Callis and Clementine
I
sounded
am
like
looking
great partners?
for
Well,
something
then there's no one better to fill this
in
role
my
than
palette
most
that might
valuable
appeal
partner.
me,
Florent,
or
let's grab some reference
or
shots.
a character that
got
I
it,
probably
boss.
wouldn't mind
I'll go
having.
get the camera.
But Alishino isn't one of them, unfortunately.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Yeah, I was about to say, shouldn't you be responsible for all this? Like, I don't think I should be involved.
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start
Yes,
posing whenever.
let the traveler just let the traveler just pick for you. That's great. That'd be bad if someone who is going to do something important asks you to do it, even though they were the ones who thought of doing it and they had plans for it, but then you immediately have the protagonist do it. Okay, well, in reality, you should never do that. Okay, what do I want? Happy pose, looking out into the distance, trying to look for something imposing. I don't know. I think looking out into the distance is probably cool. I want to know what it's like with the happy pose, though. I don't know. What's the happy pose? I actually would pick
pose. You mean something like we were laughing together
I actually
at a
want
funny
to see
joke?
what a happy one looks like.
Would all that be able
Yeah.
to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
The finals. Are you talking about Oleshino? The Knave story? Because I did the Knave story.
That actually sounds pretty hard.
That
to
is a
pull
live
off.
stream that
Forget it,
that
let's
is
try something
archived
else.
that you can go back and watch. I like how we're just doing pictures. Looking out in the distance, I guess.
Ah, by that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure.
I just like how it's
try.
just pictures.
Whoa,
That's so
you really
lovely.
remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
Okay,
But there's
Paimon's
something off
voice
with the
actors
composition.
literally
This
improvised
pose
there.
makes Mr.
Let's be
Callus look
fair.
too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well,
Okay.
Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait,
Asia
we
server.
can't do that. Very few people
No,
would see the statue if we were to
I
put
don't
it on
have
a boat.
Asia server.
This statue is
Sorry.
meant to be placed in the town.
I'm an EN.
But
YouTuber.
then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of
North
the pose would be
America
lost.
server.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Imposing, huh? Oh,
I like how we have
got
to do
it.
all three
Let's
of them.
try this.
This pose.
That's amazing. That's just so
It
fun.
makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
I kind of want to know what it's like in
Isn't
the
Clementine's
male
pose
version.
a bit too bold
of the
and
Traveler.
heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick
I
with
bet
this
it's the
pose,
same thing,
maybe
but I just
people
wanna
would
see
wonder
what
if
it's
she
like,
was
just to
actually
compare.
the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
So many pictures. That's so funny.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the
Okay.
ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the
Hi,
errand I
Lindsay.
forgot back
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah,
Do
she is.
either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case,
I don't
right?
remember Adele.
Yes,
I don't remember
that's
this
exactly
person.
who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we
Oh,
should
thank
still
you,
come
thank
up
you.
with a few
Thank
more
you for the
ideas for the
follow.
design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson.
All the NPCs
You could say that
are
familiar
sus
briny smell
because
became
they're
a
using the
primal call,
same
urging me to
NPCs.
forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe
In
how
a
much I
sense.
missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
Because
But, looking at it now,
I
it
forgot.
was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean
Dude, you lived
Mr. Marcel was
under a
somehow
rock
involved with all that?
of all this.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
I just
Oh,
love
nice
that.
to meet
that
you.
pride
I don't
in
recall
Paimon.
Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before.
Yes,
So
we
you
are
must be pretty amazing to
VIP.
get that
we
from
are,
her.
We are important.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
we just fall. Yeah, we just fall.
Humble again, as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't
Yeah,
quite the
this
same
guy
as
literally,
how it was before you
literally, I don't know, slept
They
through the
lost their
flood,
lives,
slept
keeping
through
me
everything.
safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Malus. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the
Yeah,
early days of the
that
Spina.
just sucks.
I can understand how he feels.
I still remember the story too.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
It's that's the thing. It's you
Okay.
can never move on from people that you have been attached with. It's the memories that lets you understand the people that you've met. So yeah, I get that. Okay, so Coulter is up there. I have to go up there now.
I follow the wind.
Mind the side effect.
Gotta have some little healing. Oh no, I fell! Why?
Okay, going back up. There we go.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Oh.
Romu?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spina di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah. You could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from
Yeah.
my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what
Oh.
happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point.
Dang.
Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
I'm
in that
surprised,
case, why don't we
though.
go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's
He
uniform while we're there
he
as well.
literally knows that
It'll save
now.
Laurent's guys a
like
trip. Want
like
to
as
come
if
with
he
me again,
slept
you two?
through all that.
You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
I like it when she calls them partners. I don't know if it's above or below. Yeah, it's above. At least we're close to it, but you know.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this
I
road in a
slid
long
through the
time.
waterfall thing. I almost went down with the waterfall too. Yeah, that's right. Kuro. So, knowing that those two were literally the ones that knew, like, her father, and because she barely knew her mother but only had a father left, yeah, downright she'll never forget him.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court.
Oh,
Luce
wow.
and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse. Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
There's so much
Yep,
emphasis
I
on the
figured you wouldn't say no to a
macarons.
few more. Oh, wait. let me check if I have all the
I
ingredients.
normally call them macarons.
Malouse and Silver used to take care of tasks
If,
like
but
this.
if that's how they say it in the French style, like macaron,
Okay.
I did
The
not
stove's
know.
looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
I must have
We
sugar
contribute to making the macaron too.
in my
Don't worry,
inventory.
it's
I'm
out in the
pretty
wild all the
sure we're
time, so she
good
should
to
have some stuff
go.
on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Yeah, give the wheat and sweet flour to Navia, yeah.
Ah, how did it...
See, I have them. Yeah. I explore. I collect things.
You've all done your part.
I just had it. I didn't have to go
Whoa,
looking
these
for it.
macarons look and taste magnificent. Your cook.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
Do you really want to poach me from the Avengers Guild, huh? I love these answers. This is just funny.
Was it that obvious? I just thought you would be a great fit, that's all.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
The
I
macaron.
understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have
I
been graced
actually
with the
have
chance to meet the two
visited
of you.
Paris
I will endeavor
and
to make the most of
tried
this short
the
yet
jumbo-sized
fortuitous
macaron
encounter,
that you just saw on
and
the
enjoy
plate. They
every
can make
moment we
those
spend
that. They can
together.
make those that big.
We've got no wine
I
with us,
always
but
assume that you
let's
can only
still
have
toast
like
with
the
water.
small versions, but you
celebration of
can
this
have the
moment.
bigger version. And when I tasted the bigger version, it was so yummy. No matter what, Paris macarons are better.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing?
But
Quick,
but
join in on the toast.
if we're going to talk about how long ago when I went to Paris, that was literally back in 2018. Before COVID and everything. Like it it was a fun ride. I enjoyed it.
May
And I
your
will admit
travels
to you,
go
I don't
smoothly. May
think
the
Paris
Spina
was that
continue to grow.
filthy.
And
If
may
I have to
our
compare
friendship
it-
last until the end of time.
I would compare New York being a lot filthier than Paris from where I went to. I mean, country's a country. No one says that there's such thing as a clean country everywhere. I mean, they have their ups and downs, but no, there are big jumbo-sized macarons, like the size of your hand. It was good. I enjoyed it. But I would love going back to Paris again. I would love to go back to Paris. It's one of those times where you're like, well, you must at least explore the world as much as you can see fit, you know? Okay, so where are we going? Don't tell me it's going to stop me from the quest. Oh my gosh, it's gonna stop me from the quest! I knew it! I knew... Okay, game. What are you stopping me for? Semi-automatic forging. Gee, let's go and talk to... I will admit to you, all of you, I don't pay attention to all the world quests. I do not. I suck at paying attention and doing them all. I try to do them all as I can. But whenever this happens, this happens. Oh yes, there is a focus quest system. That doesn't
Surely
mean
enough to convince anyone to become a
it
wanderer.
applies everything.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
Yeah, so... No. I mean, it's cool that we have the travel logs, but what? But do people even care about that? Do people even care about that? Because honestly, I didn't even not know that was there. Oh gosh, why did I? Okay, I'm gonna go to the lovely workshop somewhere in the city of Fontaine. Gosh, well, here we are. Talking to her. She has the world quest. Oh, I'm glad there's no talking involved because I'm just gonna skip the heck out of it. And I don't have time for this. Hoyo needs to update. Hoyo needs to fix a lot of things, you know? Hoyo don't have time to lip sync the audio dialogue with people. Hoyo is so story heavy that most people will probably try to skip this when there's no voice line. Just saying, I am one of them. If there is no voice line, I am skipping.
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform.
I
So
feel like
we
I
should be able to
that.
pick it up right away.
Like, if there is no voice line, I am skipping.
Time to go.
I'll be skipping. That's like saying in a YouTube short, like, if there is no audio in a video, I am skipping. That's literally everyone's way
Hey,
of swiping
How's
away
business
shorts.
lately?
No audio, I be skipping.
The demoiselle
Audio
Spina
is
de Rosula.
annoying, I be
I must
skipping.
say, your generous
Video
patronage
don't
is the
make
one thing
sense,
keeping me from
I be
going bankrupt.
skipping.
Nonsense.
Here for the
We all know
shenanigans
what a
and funny
talented
moments, I
businesswoman
be
you are.
there for
No,
it.
man, don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I
Gonna
didn't
put this
expect
on their
demoiselle
feedback
to come and pick it up in
if
person.
they read or do it.
It's just...
Oh
always
yeah.
like to take even small
We need
things
extra
seriously.
more for every survey
Hey,
we
That's
do.
not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads.
I hope they
There
read
are
that,
few
by the
things
way.
more uplifting than taking the first step on a new
I
journey.
hope they do.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person.
Yeah.
She said she used to be terrified of Papa. So, as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her. Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
Okay.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us
Someone's
once she's older,
eavesdropping.
and can really make that decision for herself.
Is something up, Traveler?
Yes, someone's eavesdropping.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
The way that they're running. They look like they're jogging. They're not sprinting. Oh, come on. That was jogging. They were having a marathon run. That was not sprinting.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
You're not gonna win.
Coming at ya! Hey there! Watch out! Oh! Hiya! Attack!
There we go.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered, and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Okay, and
Indeed.
why?
You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh?
There's more to this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are
The
all
balance.
around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just
Smells
what
like
happens when you
seaweed
live near
pillows.
water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks, though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Of course she would. Of course she would. She would go and do that. Oh, it's so close to reach the bottom. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Time to go.
This is probably the area we were at, maybe, where we saw Mona.
Coming back here really does
I
feel
don't
like
remember.
this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
Or you could just use the pillows to
was
make a
just
seaweed
kidding.
spa wrap
Be
too.
on your
That
way
works wonders. I haven't tried it, but I heard it does work wonders.
Need those parts. I guess I'm finally on the right path.
Oh, sit inside? Well, I guess I'll sit. You enjoy a fantastic meal, and I cannot read that fast. Darn.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
Since the invitation's coming from you.
I
Yep.
knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
We're gonna fish with Navia. Oh my gosh. That's something Cosmo would do though. Because he loves seafood.
The wind knows me.
He loves to fish. And seafood is delicious. I feel like I really just should go up. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up there. I'm just gonna take the easy way. I might be in the water, right? Yep, I thought so. It doesn't matter. I will go that way and fish.
Time to go.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But
Alright, you have a
fishing
good night,
be all
Star.
about,
Thanks for
you know,
joining.
attentive.
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, traveler? That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that
Just
she
yell
had
in the
only one
background,
wish
yeah.
for me, which was that I would have a happy and
Yeah, I
secure
know.
childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malouse and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malouse come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you,
this girl
the more you should care about doing the right
endured
thing to the best of your abilities.
Because a lot of things.
If you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Can we appreciate? Okay, can we just give appreciation to this voice actress? She nailed the voice to make us feel very sorry. Like, oh my gosh, like the pressure. It's like that hits hard. That really does. Like, there'll be times we'll make mistakes, where we'll falter. But you know what happens? We will have to be a little bit like Navia. She still ends up becoming positive and still, of course, she carries a lot of things. But she's a great person. This is why a lot of people like Navia. I love Navia, I really do. But it's not enough that I was gonna pull for her. I had to skip pulling for her. But as much as I did love her as a character, and with much respect, and especially, like, this girl needs a hug. This girl needs a hug. She deserves a lot of things.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
Yeah, we better
You
catch
want
it.
Paimon to help too?
Navia can't hook a single fish. Navia's quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back that Paimon discovers a real reason to the mystery of why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this poor soul.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar.
Very funny. That face is like... That face. Like, har. You can literally stick Navia's face like that and make it into a meme instantly. And you know what? It'd be the best thing ever.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange
For
for
the
a boat to
record,
take us back
I
to
love
Poisson.
doing puns.
I'm sure Adele will be
But I
happy
know
to
some
see you two
people that be
again.
like, really
Paimon hopes she'll
Lightful, and I'm
really
like,
appreciate your
yes.
gift.
I hope so too.
There are different types of people. People who love dad jokes and puns, and people that just don't like that. fact, I think Tainari, I believe Tainari is one of them too. He just can never stand Sino's jokes. Does anyone remember that? 'Cause I will tell you, I completely remember that. You literally told Sino to stop. He's like, can you please stop? You're not funny. It's great. Kinda glad that I have Sino. So much fun. Yes, yes he did. He did.
Follow the wind.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't
I
call her
remember
boss,
that. I
okay,
remember
Adele?
that. I really remember.
Miss Navia
You know, I
would be
actually
fine.
seen a clip of this
Oh.
when
it's all
the
right.
voice actor
I don't
Sayu was
mind.
like, "Why
Besides
wasn't
the
I
gift,
there?
I've also got another
Why
surprise.
are they
Guess who's here?
why are they mentioning Sino and I'm not there?" I actually seen a clip of it. I was like, they mentioned Sino, but he was never present. So yeah, Paimon literally got influenced by Sino a lot. It's quite funny.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on
I
Jacques'
kind of wish we
case.
had more. I
I've
wish we
heard
had
that
the
you
events
also helped save all of
that
Fontaine.
people can play it if they
You're
miss it.
truly just like the
I
great
don't know
heroes
if a lot
of
of people
legend.
would.
You're really
Because
amazing!
we have a lot. Oh,
And Miss
sorry.
Navia's
Because we
your
have a little.
friend,
We have a
and she
lot.
must be
I was like,
super amazing
oh, all over the place.
What's in this thing? Can I look?
There's so much story content.
Of course. Go ahead.
There's so much story content. That's the thing. I have to adjust the physics movement of this. I need to fix that. What the heck?
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform!
Like a.
Is it for me?
No. That's a
Isn't
fun
it a
joke.
bit big?
Forget about the wind bloom. I was wind blown
Well, it's a gift
on
for future
on the
you.
stream.
When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina,
Yes,
I was overjoyed.
Yes, I did it.
But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous... So, I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia! I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can!
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Nah.
Everyone, I'm really grateful
No.
that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Yes.
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside
Thank
Poisson
you,
and even
Kuro.
shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Thanks for watching.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Okay.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeo and his followers hate the Spina and everything to do with Callus, and the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Okay.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss!
Oh.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because,
dang.
out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you. Even if it
Dang,
meant being
dude.
buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melus and Silver died because of you.
Oh, dude, do not put the...
So many
oh,
more
no.
dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Not her
I heard
fault.
Melus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know?
She-
Down there in that blasted
What?
fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Melus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
She had no
I
fault
once loved
here.
the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Come on, dude.
Because if
She
you do
been through a
falter,
lot.
there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Yes, their kindness
Shut
is real.
your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia. And my mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but I like her. And that's that.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Yeah, she had.
Get out of the way,
She
Paul.
had no.
I don't want to hurt you.
She had no prediction
gonna
of that to
have to.
happen. That's so dumb.
Boss, there's no time for this.
This guy is
Stop
pinning
hesitating
hate
and get out of
just
here before
on
you get
her.
buried.
What the heck, dude?
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Yes.
Coming at ya!
Ow! Watch out! Ha-ha! Ha! Cha! Hiya! Attack!
Oh no.
That's the way.
There's
Easy.
Navia.
Ha-ha! Watch out!
I'm sorry. There's no Robin.
Coming at you!
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Let's hurry up there. We have to
That's
protect the
fine.
Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the
I know what
support
you meant,
pillars.
though.
Time to go. As one with wind and cloud.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Yes,
Stable.
Let me leave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Our perseverance has paid off.
I like how there's wheat in here. Interesting.
colors.
Oh, I have to do this. Okay, well, that's just dumb. Okay. Oh, well. It kind of looks like nothing else.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the clan. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must...
Okay, well, I'll do this challenge.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty. Futile.
Remember, health comes first.
Wind strider.
The doctor will see.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Any characters I need to...
A bitter pup.
Ring cutter.
Nowhere to run.
We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
There we go.
Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword.
Architect, stop RPing.
Surrender.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff. Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
I know. I was not making it meta. That's the thing. Does it? Who said it had to be meta?
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
I just like how it's called the Daily Grind.
That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They're gonna bury Poisson!
Oh. Oh, so we just changed the earth element. Well, technically we would just do that. Doesn't matter anymore.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
I'm Yavi. Oh, she's amazing.
Fire!
We just see her combat in action in the cutscene. This is like my first time seeing it.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time. It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you.
I won! I
Come on,
defeated
Not used to seeing you like
Dreadful Wings!
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though,
He went into
that
the
also
dreadful
means we've caught
night.
them all too. We won't have
And
to worry
got
about them
hidden
from
away.
now on.
That's the end of the story.
That's good at least.
I mean,
Coulter. I
Dreadful
can understand
Wings.
how you feel.
We need more Lightful Wings.
The things that we lost.
Bruh.
They're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous. And I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please
I don't know what you're
tell me
talking
the
about,
truth.
dude. We're fine.
Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. but I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me. I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say
Oh
I've
my god, is
discovered
it literally on
that
Maintenance?
I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
I didn't even realize it was.
Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver.
And I was gonna play it later.
It's
Darn it.
all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Well, obviously it's gonna
Don't
be
worry.
you.
This surprise will be a pleasant one.
It's raining again.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's down there. It's always down there. I keep forgetting.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look
Wait a
that
minute.
bad?
Your
Well,
friends
if you're ready,
bully you?
I'll unveil the present.
Although that is like that is really random, but just keep it bare minimum because that is like a personal concern. But I don't understand why. It's your friends just don't understand the story of how good the story is and the characters. That's all I have to tell you. I hope
Papa.
I hope
Mother.
everything's that goes good for you though.
And me.
We designed the look for Miss
thank
Clementine
you.
based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
The wings are not really attached.
This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
Really, architect?
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Oh, it's not hair clip. I can actually attach. I can unattach
seen
that
the
too.
work she's put in regarding the whole
See?
synth business and
I just like to have the
rebuilding of
Paimon
Poisson.
sit on my head.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with the
I have
statue as well.
I just put Paimon on my
I
head.
don't know what Spina
That's
di
literally what
Rosula
I
was
did.
like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
I like how people
With
think it's
Navi
like part of the
around,
model. It's
We're not
not.
worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly.
Looks so grimly.
I believe everyone is
Well,
here for you, not the
duh.
glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
Imagine winning the 50-50 on our list sheet. Well, that's what you did.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even
That's
in
a
my
really
wildest
nice-
dreams.
Nice painting sketch of it. I think the word Breath of the Wild became quite overrated at this point, because now it's taking a very different approach. Yeah, inspiration of Breath of the Wild, just like most games nowadays have their fair share of taking inspiration, but it's not like a Breath of the Wild ripoff anymore. It's literally overrated. Okay, let's see. Well, since that's completed, I don't have to worry about that. So
Luck can swing the results of a single game.
let's see.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm
Hello,
honestly
Virgil.
embarrassed by how I acted earlier. Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Wait, but it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Do you know how weird that be when it's the guy traveler saying it? Oh well. Of course it would do that. Anywho, you know, I'm just gonna end it there, guys. I really feel like I should just end here. And it's getting quite late. I did a story where I could grind some more. I really could grind some more, but like how many hours? Good 2 hours. It's a good 2 hours. Oh well. Well, yeah. Other than that, let me show you the characters that I still have to grind to this very day. One of them will be still New Valette, because I need to still grind the heck out of it. I do have his weapon, and I do have an okayish artifact set, pretty much. I'm happy with this. I wish I can get something much better, but if I were to go out of my way, this is probably the best one I got. I just got lucked out. I just got that. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Feathers. I I've always had trouble getting a better fetter, and this is as good as it can get, unfortunately. And that's the same thing with the crown. I wish I could got something better. Oh well, I didn't. I wish I could, but I didn't. So oh well. There's nothing else we could do. I also need to rebuild Zhongli as well. There's something I need to change here. Oh well. There's that. I need to build him. He has nothing of good value, but I really... You know, here's the funny story. This is the reason why I rarely pull characters. Okay, Architect. This is the reason why I should not pull characters. Ever since I pulled Alhaven, I have not used him at all. I want to, though. I really want to, but I haven't. So, what's the point of me pulling more characters? Okay. Yeah. Yes, the guy who has done all the battle passes every time and has like 88 million Mora. I can't get that. And you have like probably most of all the weapons, I suppose. You are a whale, and you know you are. I can't do that. Whatever. Whatever, Architect. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, thank you for all for watching. And as always, be lightful and stay delightful.